Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where we talk about things we love like gaming, shows, and anime. Dragon Ball Super has gone a long way since the time it delivered with the world's worst animation in Dragon Ball history. Luckily the animation is not an issue anymore, but I hope I don't jinx that. But for the most part of the series, it has been entertaining. And one thing we can't argue with is the fact that Dragon Ball Super is delivering with fan service. Not the usual anime fan service, but actually Dragon Ball fan service. But what happened before Dragon Ball Super was created? Well, since a lot of die-hard fans of the franchise weren't satisfied with the way Dragon Ball GT ended, they actually created their own continuations of the series in forms of fan-made mangas. And after seeing most of them, they are seriously entertaining, and I can't find a reason to bash on them because they really do look like the artists did try their very best to deliver with a fan-made manga. The fan-made mangas I'm referring to are Dragon Ball AF, the one created by Toyotaro, and Dragon Ball Multiverse. There's also a fan-made animated series known as Dragon Ball Epsilon, and even a fan-made story that gives us a female Broly. But in this video we're going to compare the two together and find out what the similarities are. Let's start with the Universe 6 tournament. The concept of the saga was that 5 contestants from Universe 7 are taking on 5 contestants from Universe 6. Both universes have many similarities. They both have Saiyans, Namekians, Frost Demons, you name it. So right away you can tell that this is very similar to the fan-made manga known as Dragon Ball Multiverse. A tournament where you have warriors from different universes competing to see who's the best fighter, and the winner would be rewarded with any wish they desire. That is the same reward that the winner would receive in the Universe 6 tournament. The next thing we got after the Universe 6 saga was the Future Trunks saga. It is one of my favorite sagas in the series so far, and I couldn't help noticing so many similarities that this saga had with Toyotaro's fan-made manga known as Dragon Ball AF. For starters, let's compare the thread of the saga. In the Future Trunks arc, it was Goku Black and Zamasu. In the Dragon Ball AF arc, known as the Zycor saga, there are 2 antagonists as well, Zycor and the West Supreme Kai. The similarities between the West Supreme Kai and Zamasu is that they are both Supreme Kais. Well, Zamasu was a Supreme Kai in training, but nonetheless a Supreme Kai. And as for Goku Black, his similarities reflect that of another fan-made character known as Evil Goku, as well as having one similarity with Zycor. Goku Black is actually another Zamasu in Goku's body, a Supreme Kai in Goku's body. And Zycor is the youngest son of Goku created by the West Supreme Kai. So he's half Saiyan and half Supreme Kai. Goku Black is also half Saiyan and half Supreme Kai. Now, aside from the similarities of the 2 main antagonists, let's talk about what happens in both sagas. In the Future Trunks saga, Trunks goes back to the past in order to seek help from Goku and Vegeta to help take down Goku Black. Now together, they take on Goku Black as well as his partner Zamasu, and now I'm only summarizing what happens because I'm sure you don't need these details, but also what happens in the anime and manga versions of the Future Trunks arc are very different from one another. They both still revolve around the same crises, but it's all executed differently. But here are the things that happen in the Dragon Ball AF manga from Toyotaro, who by the way used to be known as Toyble. Well, he used to go by that name. But anyways, in that version, Zycor and the West Supreme Kai go to Earth. Zycor faces off against the Saiyan Z fighters like Goten, Gohan, Trunks, and Vegeta. But Zycor manages to defeat them all, and since Goku isn't around to help, they have to come up with a new strategy to defeat him. So the Supreme Kai Kibito-shin decides to teleport where Zycor and the others are in order to help trap Zycor in the Z-Sword. Apparently the Z-Sword is capable of trapping enemies inside of it, very similar to the Mafuba that we see being used in the Future Trunks saga. Now in the Future Trunks saga, Goku and Vegeta are defeated by Goku Black and Zamasu, so they have to return to their timeline in order to recover and hopefully be a little more prepared to take them on again. And in order for them to escape, Trunks distracts them so they could get away. In the Zycor saga, Gohan distracts Zycor so that Kibito-shin could use the Z-Sword and seal Zycor in it. In the Future Trunks saga, they manage to seal Zamasu with the Mafuba. Zamasu does end up breaking free almost immediately, but in the Zycor saga, if Toyotaro hadn't rushed the ending, then Zycor would have also ended up breaking free from the Z-Sword, because he does start to chip away at the sword when he is sealed inside. Another similarity that the Future Trunks saga has with the Zycor saga is that in the manga version of the Future Trunks arc, Trunks trains with the Supreme Kai of his timeline to become a Supreme Kai himself. And in the Zycor Saga, we see that Tapion is training with the Supreme Kai to become a Supreme Kai himself. Pretty cool to see these kinds of similarities. I never expected to see events from fan-made mangas play out so similar. Now that's about all the similarities I could find with the Future Trunks arc, but now let's get into the next saga, which is the Tournament of Power. Already, this, as you can tell, is very similar to the Multiverse Tournament. Both the Universe 6 arc and the Tournament of Power arc have similarities with the Multiverse Tournament. They're both about different universe fighters competing in a tournament to see who's the best. But now in this saga, we are introduced to Kale, the legendary Super Saiyan of Universe 6. She is identical to Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, and sadly, she ain't anything original. Well, you can already tell since she's a female Broly. But also, there was a fan-made female Broly created way before Kale was even introduced. This female Broly is known as Ika, the legendary Super Saiyan. And what's even more surprising is the fact that in the video where it talks about the story behind Ika, the legendary Super Saiyan, the fan-made story mentions how she gets brutally beaten by Goku. This doesn't happen with Kale when she becomes a legendary Super Saiyan, but it does happen when she fuses with Caulifla and becomes Kefla. Goku beats the crap out of Kefla, and it definitely reminded me a lot of the details we got from the fan-made story of Ika, the legendary Super Saiyan. This might just be my opinion, but it seems very similar. And I really wonder if Toriyama actually saw the YouTube video of Ika the legendary Super Saiyan himself. Now we get to the last but not least similarity between Dragon Ball Super and the fan-made Dragon Ball mangas. Recently, we learned that the two Namekians from Universe 6 had in fact fused with most of their Namekian race, which was their reason for having enough power to take on Gohan and Piccolo. However, in the fan-made manga known as Dragon Ball Multiverse, they introduced a Namekian that had fused with his entire Namekian race, which made him one of the most powerful characters in the Multiverse Tournament. How ironic is that? Now, I've said this once before, and that is that showing you all these similarities between the two doesn't mean that I'm hating on the series. Frankly, I welcome the fact that they are taking fan-made concepts and tweaking them into different stories. One could see it as a very lazy attempt to shout out some more sagas for Dragon Ball Super, but you could also see it as a tribute to the fans who had so much passion for the franchise that they came up with their own characters and storylines. It's amazing to see the kinds of things that we get in fan-made mangas, and they are surprising as hell. So, what do you think? Will we be seeing some more similarities in the near future with Dragon Ball Super? Do you like the fact that there are so many similarities? Let me know in the comments, because as of now, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, please leave a like, share with others, and subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget to turn on notifications to be the first in line to see the next video, as well as being the first person to guess who the secret mystery character is in the top 5 and the top 10 videos. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr to check out all sorts of fun stuff that I like to post. And we could also chat there as well. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.